Hey everyone, my name is John Seelig, and I am the founder and creator of Comedy Writing for Sales Teams. And I help sales professionals as well as other corporate professionals learn how to better relate, connect, and engage with their audience through the art of joke writing. I'm based here in Montreal, my hometown, class of 99, DeGroote. I sold technology after my MBA, after really, not really knowing what I was going to do, even though I had two business degrees. I ended up at Oracle, and I learned a lot about how to position enterprise technology to business professionals, executives at large corporations and smaller ones too. And kind of midway through my time in the Oracle world, shall we say, I spent 9 years in that world. I kind of knew, like, do I want to do this the rest of my life? I started doing stand-up comedy, and realized there's all these parallels between sales and stand-up, and always knew I wanted to do my own thing and created comedy writing for sales teams, and I've been doing that for the last 3.5 years. Well, that's a tough question. I think the first thing that probably really influenced me was going to comedy clubs as an underage patron, shall we say, at age 16 in downtown Montreal, and just thinking that what these guys do is so cool. Never really thought about pursuing it myself, but I would say that just watching live art made me go, oh, there's an alternative to being a doctor, a lawyer, accountant, working in a large corporation. And I always admired artists. And even as I was pursuing a career in corporate, I always said, for me personally, I'm not sure if my talents are meant to be spent here. And I kind of wanted to figure out a way how to sort of exploit my own talents and to do something a little more creative, a little more artistic. So I would say maybe the confluence of my love of performance and art and just working in corporate are the two events that, when you mash them together, it's a bit of a car accident that happened, and here we are today. I'm a solopreneur, and so there really is no typical day. I'm my own product. I'm the sales guy. I'm the marketer. I'm the administrative assistant. Sure, I have some people who help me with various tasks, but every day is a mix of all of those things, and also being creative, because as part of my brand, I need to demonstrate that, hey, this guy's kind of funny. Otherwise, I'm just another serious guy telling people that he's funny, and then I have no credibility whatsoever. So I have to work on all of these things and striking the balance between being, I guess, I hate using the word, but a serious business offering, as well as something that's fun, different, out of the ordinary, and that just takes a lot of different tasks and duties. And there is no linear order in a day to getting all of that done. The best compliment I've ever received is one time, and it's happened more than once, where you come off stage after doing stand-up comedy and someone says you were hilarious. That is the ultimate. You really made me laugh. I really like your style. And sometimes that happens on a show where I personally didn't feel like I was the funniest person on the show, but someone said you were the funniest one tonight. Not everybody. It's not like the whole room's coming up to me after the show, but when one or two people do that, that makes you feel good, because it means you appeal to someone in a way that, yes, you wish more people would appreciate it, but that you really connected with someone and someone saw and validated what it is you're trying to do. The world has changed in so many ways, thanks to technology, thanks to smartphones, thanks to our ability to create all kinds of, any kind of media, shall we say, whether it's video, whether it's graphic design, whether it's podcasting. And no longer, I think, do people have to fully just follow the strict definition of their job. They're able, most likely, to either bring in their own talents and creativity to the role and try and get their managers to buy into some new ideas. They might not. But at the same time, we're also free to go do our own thing in a way that we never have been before. So if the restrictions of that your job description have imposed on you are limiting you, or you're feeling like you could do more, you have two options. You could find a new job and someone who values your skills and abilities and vision, or you could even start to do something for yourself if you can find and carve out a niche that will accept you. Just the camaraderie. I was not much of a beer guy before McMaster, and I will say that one of the greatest things I learned from my time at McMaster is just how to sit and enjoy a couple of pints with some really smart people, venting over those back-to-back exams, commiserating, and just building camaraderie and the network that you get out of it. And that's really what I remember the most. Just sitting in the Phoenix pub with a bunch of people who took an advanced finance course with me, and just all of us commiserating over our cluelessness as to how we did on that exam.